Hello everybody, it's Claymore here, and welcome back to the channel. So, patch 2.7.0 notes have come out. Obviously, this is going to be the first patch of the year. The devs had obviously naturally had a break and a holiday over the course of Christmas and New Year's, and they're back into the full swing of things. They're releasing a lot of really cool information, and obviously we got some news, pretty big news about Season 3, which I will cover in a future video. I just wanted to let the dust settle a little bit and get some more information before I did. But regardless, let's hop over to the Season 2 patch notes. Season 2 patch notes, or patch 2.7. Technically, they are Season 2 patch notes, but either way. Patch 2.7.0. Welcome, prospectors, to our first patch of 2023. We have a lot of bug fixes for you. We started our work on patch 2.8 already. Hunter vision will remain disabled until further noticed. Unlucky. For the upcoming patch 2.8, we are looking at another look at the current performance of weapons. Looking at you there, Basilisk. It's about time we finally had the Basilisk looked at. This gun is performing way too strongly right now. But we're glad we're finally getting some love for it. I'm interested to see what they do with it, and hopefully the long shot doesn't overwhelm it because of it. Changes: Frosty Frontier best reward. If you log in, you will receive your rewards from the holiday monster bash. So obviously, if you guys may have missed it, if you didn't log in during this time, essentially we were given an objective to kill as many creatures as possible within a certain time frame, and we did it. And we're going to be getting, looks of things, a free coating that can be used on all your weapons, and a Rattler gingerbread charm. That's kind of nice. That's pretty cool. Gotta love free cosmetics, and that will be available until patch 2.8.0. So you got plenty of time to log in and pick it up. News system. We've implemented a fancy news system in the game that we'll start using with the next patch. Everything that is important around the Cycle Frontier will be visible after you have logged into the game. We will have to run some final tests with this feature in the live build before we can properly use it. Additional info will follow in the patch notes for 2.8, so stay tuned for more info and screenshots in the next update. Nice. Always like in-game news systems. Keeps you connected to what's going on. You know, I think a lot of criticism, especially with games like Tarkov and other games, is that they rely a bit too heavily on social medias to get things out, and a little bit of Discord. So having something directly in-game we can all refer to is nice. Creature changes. Strider health reduced from 40 to 35. Not a terribly big deal. I mean, Striders are pretty weak in general, but hey, I mean, this might be paving the way to the Howler. We'll see. Health reduced from 150 to 140 for the regular Rattler 2. I can see that, actually. I'm fine with that. I think that would mean then, in that case, a shotgun shot, at least not point blank, should kill them in one go, which is pretty nice. Loot. We have rebalanced our loot tables. This means there is always a slight chance to find higher tiered items in the containers you loot. Make sure to leave no stone unturned. And that's actually really, really good. It keeps incentive to loot more relevant later on in the game, especially when you've unlocked like all the weapons, got lots of gear, done the majority, if not all the tasks. It keeps looting relevant. I like this idea. I like this idea a lot. Keeps it dynamic too. Going to areas you might think, you know, you won't find a usual item there. You do find it. You're going to be way more inclined to visit more areas on the map. I like that. I really like that. It's a good decision. Healing items. After a discussion between the game designers and community managers, we have changed a bunch of the healing items in-game. Medkits should be more viable in and outside of combat depending on the scenario, of course. Not everyone is capable of combat medic, and the changes should give you more freedom of choice. Okay, I am interested in this. Let's have a look. Common STIM. Application time increased from 3 seconds to 4 seconds, but the heal amount is increased from 15 to 20. Alright. And what about the other stims then? All the other stims actually increase the healing anymore. They're just quicker time. At least in terms of comparison to the other stims. All right. So now... Oh, well, I'm assuming actually that they will keep the increased healing. My bad. But the application time is just a bit higher. Okay. All right, so the stims themselves will remain with the values they heal, but they'll be a little bit longer to heal up. I actually don't mind this, because with some of the Forge perks especially, stim healing can be really, really powerful. Really powerful. Like, and if you get the right combination of perks, you get the high roll, one stim can heal well over half your health. So I don't mind this. I think this is fine. It balances combat a little bit, and it also kind of offsets the Forge perks a little bit too, and they are very strong. So I like this. What about medkits? The common medkit had its time reduced from 12 seconds to 9 seconds, and the weight was decreased by 5, right? So a common medkit probably might be a good shout to try and have on your person, at least for the for early to mid game. The uncommon medkit is reduced from 9 to 8 seconds, and the rare medkit from 8 to 7. but the weight was increased a little bit. So rare medkits are actually going to be really, I mean, before they were better, but you didn't see them used a lot. We're going to be seeing a lot more rare medkits around here then, for sure, because this is actually quite huge. I mean, for a full heal, and it's only 3 seconds longer than stims. Yeah, I really like this. I think this is good. It's really, really good. Fall damage. Oh, God. Let's see what they've done here. Gravity, everyone's arch nemesis, felt a little bit too punishing. I would definitely agree with that. While you still should be scared of taking damage from falling, dying because of small movement to stasis less likely. In the image below, you can find the old calculation on the left and the new calculation on the right. So, the medium landing here was when we had no damage. It's 7 meters. It's now increased by 2 meters, which actually sounds... That, to be fair, is a good change. Sometimes you just... And at least in your perspective, you fall down not that very far, but you still take a little bit of ticking damage. 15% that is. But now, a lot of the falls and stuff like that should feel much better now. But of course, as we can see here, the more lethal range is increased by 2 meters as well. And then the absolute maximum you can fall off is now moved from 60 meters to 80 meters. So this feels like not much has changed, because if you're falling this far in a wage, you're probably dead regardless, right? At the very least. But here, I think this makes way more sense, and I think this is going to make a lot of people happy here, because it always just felt like it felt okay, but there were always like really annoying vibes when you fall down a little bit and then take damage, like the tiniest bit of damage after you use a stim, etc. So this is a really good change, but it's not too drastic, but these 2 meters do make a big difference. So thank you very much, Jaeger. This is really, really good. Miscellaneous changes. We have reduced the maximum amount of prospectors on the bright sounds by 1. We adjust the rarity tiers of some weapon skins, and as announced on the 11th of January, we'll adjust the stock prices for several countries across the world. Yeah, so essentially this is just I think this is more of a Steam change. They requested a lot of games keep in line with their own price updates and stuff. And originally, Jaeger didn't want to do it, but obviously as things have changed and situations have changed, they're going to be abiding by this request. Which, not a big deal. It just means that prices are going to make a bit more sense. You might see it drop. You might see it lower a little bit. It just depends on your region. Either way, things should stay relatively the same price. And we got a lot of bug fixes here as well. I'll just skim through these. Exploits have been fixed. Climate exploits, a lot of them have been fixed, which is good. Collision issues, and there we go. Let's look at the known issues. We'll remain disabled for now. Hunter vision, as we're trying to figure issues out with it. Yes, from my recollection, it's in a pretty good place right now, but there are things that need addressing. They want to make sure it's released this time, and there's nothing wrong with it. Obviously, we've had 2 re-releases of the Hunter vision, and unfortunately, they had to disable them again. So. Weapons. There are multiple hit registration issues present at the edge of the AoE when shooting with the comrade. No red ship markers and kill markers to be met by the team. Yep. I think this is more of a server-based thing, but the comrade is still being looked at, which is good. It's the most broken legendary gun right now. I'm happy that they're still looking at it, still researching. Fortuna Pass. Claiming on archetypes displays displays duplicate body parts inside of it. Yes. Other probably one level, then execute it. Yep, that's fine. Gear visibility in match, you don't see your own backpack and be up about motive, but other can see other prospectors' backpack. Right, this is a known issue as well. Cool. And there it is. Patch 2.7.0. Some really meaningful changes here. The stim changes are meaningful. The fall damage changes are meaningful. And the fact that, as we can see here, is that in 2.8, the Basilisk and other balancing changes are going to happen. This makes me really happy. And that's basically it, guys. That is the patch notes. Hopefully you guys found this informative. As always, I will leave the link to the patch notes down below in the description if you want to give them a bit more of a deeper read. But yeah, this is a good patch. I'm liking this. This is a good solid patch. Good first start 2023. And I am even more excited now for patch 2.8.0, and hopefully that doesn't come too long either. With that being said, guys, I will leave it there. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, stay safe, love you all, and peace.